Long after the tongue is dry and the eyes are vacant, long after the ear and the heart have numbed, the stories will be told. The Amistad Center for Art and Culture celebrates 20 years of telling our story. It began in 1987 with an extraordinary discovery.
We first went down to see the collection in North Ford, Connecticut. It's a farmhouse owned by a Randolph Lindsay Simpson. Every inch of space and tabletop was covered with artifacts and all kinds of statues.
The first thing I thought about was that this was too precious, too rich, a collection of our heritage, of our culture, to be lost.
With the support of corporations, foundations, the state of Connecticut, and museum trustees, the Amistad Foundation was created, and the Randolph Lindsay Simpson collection found a home in Hartford's Wadsworth Atheneum.
I guess our greatest aspiration was to share this aspect of African American history with everyone.
The birth of the Amistad Foundation, now known as the Amistad Center for Art and Culture, has brought a unique cultural presence to America's oldest public art museum and the Hartford community at large. A rich testament of the African American journey, it showcases the complexities of a culture and the humanity and genius behind its creation.
It brings to life an aspect of African American history, culture, and art, and the influence on the American culture that too often has been ignored.
Inspired by the collection, the Amistad Center has embraced its responsibility to tell our story.
I believe that no one is going to tell our story unless we do. We started out with 6,000 pieces, which sounds like a lot, and it is a lot, but we've begun to round out that collection.
Over the years, the Amistad Center has presented several dozen exhibitions that tackle issues relevant to African American history and culture.
My favorite, quite frankly, was one about African American military history. It happened to be one that I presented, and it focused on my collection. So it was my favorite exhibit of all time.
In addition to preserving and celebrating our history, the Amistad Center is committed to reaching out to our community and providing a museum experience that is educational, enjoyable, and relevant.
For a lot of blacks in this area, they might catch the bus outside but never come in. We want to try to figure out how to warm up the image of the Wadsworth.
Since 2004, we've added 3 additional fundraising events. We developed a tag team to engage young people with what we do. I think the opportunity to bring cultural awareness and pride to our youth is an enormous contribution that this organization makes and makes us different from many other cultural institutions.
Amistad has become a cultural and an artistic hub in this region. There's nothing more important in today's world with all the conflict that we have. By opening the arts to everyone and having people visit, I think that we're helping to promote that kind of respect and understanding.
Black art shows the humanity of man. Our suffering and our pain and our striving and our victories are just like everyone else's. We are all humans, and we all have contributed to the making of this great nation.
The Amistad Center celebrates and supports the artists who contribute so much to our culture.
We do not have a culture without Black American art.
I speak through my camera, what I see, what I feel about society and the world. The Amistad gave me the opportunity, one of the first artists to have their artist in residency program, and this has allowed me to come to a space where I can really focus on my work.
A lot of my work is based on my creative ancestors. When you walk into this space, you see a lot of John Baker's work, a lot of Ben Andrews' work, and that inspiration only came as a result of having visited the Amistad Foundation.
I feel like the art that I'm making is about the culture. This is the perfect conduit for what I do, is to have a setting where African Americans have set up this institution that is really about preserving what we do as artists, encouraging us to keep doing it. You can't get better than that.
The Amistad Center's leadership and staff are dedicated to realizing its full potential to serve as an important keeper of our culture.
To see it come from a farmhouse in the 1980s to where it is today has been just a marvelous trip for them, and I only see even greater, bigger, and better things happening.
The Amistad is really a cultural repository. There's nothing else like it that I'm aware of in this country.
It embodies an unwavering commitment to our heritage, artistic freedom, equal opportunity.
We are enormously grateful to the visionaries and volunteers like Millard Pryor and Sandy Cloud. They recognized from the beginning the capacity and the potential of this collection.
2 decades after that extraordinary discovery in the farmhouse, the Amistad Center continues to honor our past, enrich our present, and ensure that future generations may know and be proud of our story.
We must capture it, we must document it, and we must continue to encourage other artists to create it.
We are also really grateful to the leaders that followed, and the institutions and the foundations in the state of Connecticut who all came together to really bring us to where we are today. We stand on their shoulders and we say thank you.
To the Amistad Center for Art and Culture,
Congratulations.
Happy 20th anniversary.
Congratulations.
Warmest wishes.
congratulations on a fabulous 20 years. And here's my best wishes for the next 200. Make that 2,000 years.